Hi guys, it's the 30th of June, end of the month, and doing the US30 analysis. Before that, I'm going to share with you guys a trade that I took yesterday and I lost miserably on this one, which is really sad because I did take a higher risk reward ratio on this. So in total, I lost about 1.5% of my account, which is really bad. So please, um, don't even try to, um, just follow what I do. I typically like to risk like 0.5% to 1%, but I was super confident that a sell was coming, so a big drop was coming really, and so therefore I went a little bit more higher, which really is not the best idea. But anyway, so I'm down in total because I was already down in my second phase, which was about 1.5%, I think, or 1.6, and then added another, no, 1.8, I think I was down. And then I added another 1.5 yesterday. So there we go. We've got a lot of catch up to do. But do you know what, guys? It's for me, I think I've just come to a point where I learned and I always realize that whenever I try to over risk it, I mean, 1.5% is still not that bad a risk, to be honest. Like, I think up to 2% is still cool. But the thing is, I don't like doing it because the thing is, if you lose the trade, then you end up having to work like you have to kind of make that back eventually, right? Before you can actually start hitting targets. So I don't like that. I like to try and keep my losses very minimal so they're easy and faster to recoup as well. So this is really not very nice. I'm down like overall 3%, I suppose. Haven't really checked my Forex funds, but yeah, just thought I'd give you guys an update. Still got a long time more to go, and I'm just gonna ride it as I go along. Like if I pass it, I pass it, or if I fail to pass it in a sense that I'm in profit but haven't really reached the target, I'm just gonna redo it. Because to me, because I've got a live account, I didn't trade that yesterday, funnily, but yeah. But anyway, what I was saying is, for me, I think right now, every single trade I take and every moment I spend trading, it's just a practice. So I guess it's just good practice anyway. Do you know what I mean? And it just makes you better. But I'll just go through this trade as to where my mindset was and why I took what I took. Firstly, I'll come back to the lower. I took it on a 1 minute, but I'm going to start with the weekly, which is where I think I went wrong. Okay, I'm going to kind of show you guys. But again, I just think markets were just messed up because yesterday with the news and all, DXY did go up, I believe. Now I'm confused. Hold on. Let us see. Yeah, so DXI was rallying up yesterday. So typically US30 should be rallying down. They work in opposite ways. And I'm like, no, it did not. It rallied up too. So that's like if you see GBP USD, it was rallying down. Do you guys see that? There was no correlation. Like that's what really threw me off. Like why? Because I the dollar was going up with the news impact. Uh but yeah, anyway, so I'm just going to show you guys this. So I'm actually going to off all of these things. Oh, off it. So we have a clear, this one. Okay, there we go. So if you see on a weekly chart, clearly we are an uptrend, right? So the bias on the weekly is an uptrend. And we had a small break of structure. You can even consider this a break of structure, this candle right here, right? Maybe want a more better confirmation. We had another break of structure to this level here, which tells me on a weekly we are bullish. But then I kind of just that ran over my head. So I kind of looked at the daily bias, which is what I think really caught me off guard. So on a daily, when I was looking at it, we were on a downtrend and we were breaking. So I think it was around here 26 roundabout. So I saw that we made a low, right? But then we failed to break here, so we were on an uptrend as we should, and then we had a break of structure right there on the 23rd. Okay, so I was thinking like after a retracement we were going to come back right down. But you know what's the thing? I think it is because I thought there was a break of structure. So this is the previous low. Don't know if you guys can see it. Hold on. I just don't want to draw, make it messy. Okay, here's the previous low. It kind of broke structure, if you guys can see. Right with this candle here, right there. So I was expecting a drop. Instead, price just started running up, but there we go. And then on a 4 hour, we have further break of structures uh, to this side here as well, small one, but then again it started rallying up. So I should have noticed like on a no, actually, after this break of structure, if you notice, we really did not have any other break of structure because it did not close. Hold on, I'm just gonna see this, okay? Yeah, so we had a low here, and oops, and it started rallying up, guys. So yeah, I should have paid more attention to the slightly lower time frames to see that we were on an uptrend. We were making like higher highs, and but yeah, so I think I was just so caught up with the fact that daily broke structure to the downside that I actually failed to kind of I ignored the fact that on a weekly we actually had broken structure to the upside. So right now we are on a very crucial area of confluence. We are here at this level here. So it's just to see. I think price may come back to the 30 minutes fair value gap right there, which I've already marked up yesterday. Come back, touch this, and then go back up again. So it's just playing the patient game and just waiting to see what price does. And then keep on rallying up. At the moment, I don't see any signs of turning bearish. There's no bearish confluence whatsoever. Okay, so we are very much bullish on US30 as an overall analysis. But then I'm going to go back down to the trade, guys, just to show you where was my entry and why I took it. So I took it right after news hit yesterday at 1:30. There we go. So we were on an uptrend all the way, right? And then news hit and we had this massive drop which was doing this high thingies. Okay? And what I did was I entered right at this candle. So we had lows here and then I entered right at um exit. There we go. So we had a little break of structure at this candle here. So I entered right after this candle, which did get us a little bit of a drop. But the minute 2:30 market opened, it rallied the other way. So yeah, it is what it is, really, to be honest. So there we go. We lost on this one, and it ran it all the way up. And because of my lot size, I basically did not want to enter another trade again at all. And I also found like it's like the retracements were really deep. To be really honest, like so, it was an uptrend. Look, it had broken structure right there and broken structure right here, and then took everybody out and then went back up again. So this is on a 1 minute time frame. So we typically should have waited for a higher time frame break of structure, to be honest, to the downside. Let's just have a look and see whether it did any of that. I didn't really like what market was doing, but no, I don't think it kind of broke structure on a higher time frame. Okay. Oops. Bear with me. I'm gonna delete this just so that's not there. Okay. Yeah, so this was New York high. Yesterday's New York, it got taken out this morning by London and it rallied all the way up now. Uh, yeah. No, I mean, it got taken out here, guys. Sorry, the high was right here. Okay, so this was New York high. Then Asian did not take it. It was just teetering here. But then when London opened, it took the high, but it did not reject it. So it started just rallying to the upside. Okay, so if you guys can see, there's been no break of structure here. I mean, we could consider this a break of structure. Look, so this was a low point here, right? In fact, this is a low high, so this is a low, so break of structure here. So there were smaller break structures at the 30-minute time frame for small catches, but on a bigger scale, it did not break the bottom, at this level. Over here, it did not break as well. So typically, we were very much on the uptrend. Here, broke structure, kinda. Look at that, broke structure right here as well. So yeah, I typically just didn't like it because it was not like a nice trending up. It was just, yeah, even if I traded it, probably it would have been mixed me out, like because of how deep the retracements were. So not something that I would have liked. So it's not a trend that this is not a trend that I personally kind of like just personally, but yeah. it is what it is. So this is just my typical analysis in terms of where price potentially could go to in a daily. Let's look at that. So obviously, I'm looking for this high right here. That's the next point, just to see what it does. So we are, as I said, very much bullish. I just want to see a retracement level, like where are we? Because I was looking for a retracement level of 50% yesterday to see if we would come back down, but no, it did not. But no, it's going really deep. You see, guys, it's not, it's surpassed that. So I do feel like potentially price could break through that. Until we see a break of structure on a 4 hour, potentially I'm not even going to enter any trades on the opposite trend direct change. Okay. So yeah. So we are very bullish. So we could just look for a small retracement to the fair value gap on the 30-minute, which I'll show you guys in a minute. Let me see if there's any other fair value gaps. No. So there we go. So we have got one right here from this wake all the way up to here. Yeah, to the bottom of this, to the top of this candle, to this. So this is where I would think price could come back to retest and see what it does. It hasn't taken out previous New York low, so I'm going to just delete this. Price is just rallying up. But yeah, so we've got the lows and the highs here of this session of London, which we can mark up obviously. Asia, which got taken out. I'm gonna mark up the highs of New York later. So this is New York session. This is London. Bear with me. I'm gonna put it to New York right now at 2:30 bell. There we go. Right, so we could easily just mark up. I'm gonna put the closure for Asia. Okay, just like to mark up my sessions like that, so just to see what price would do. So we've got the highs forming here right now, so we can literally draw. I mean, if it does change and form higher before the opens, I can just adjust it. But yeah, so this is London high at the moment. Oops, trying to be as accurate as I can. Goodness, bear with me, guys. I'm trying to open this up just so that we get. Why am I not? Oh God, am I clicking in the wrong place? Oh, I don't know now. I think because I've shadowed it. So this is, normally I can click it and then I can write on it, but now I'm not too sure why I can't do that. Is it because I've done that? Okay, I don't know. But anyway, I'll figure that out in a bit. So this is London's high at the moment, okay? So price could literally take that out and then tank all the way down. But that doesn't mean it's a trend shift, okay? It could just be a deep retracement down into the fair value gap. And to fill all of this, the gap, the big gap that's here at the moment. All right, guys. So that's just my analysis in a nutshell. And hopefully, you guys also realize the importance of really, really being mindful of higher time frame structure breaks because they really hold a bigger confluence when trading. Like you see, the weekly held more value than the daily break of structure to the downside, you know. So, and then once you understand the highest time frame confluence or the buyers, then don't straight away drop down to the 5 minutes or 15 minutes, do a 4 minute just to see what the trend is like, and then a 2 hour, 1 hour, and then slowly, gradually see a trend. What is the main trend before you actually enter? Because the lower you go, sometimes it's very, very, it's not congruent with what the trend is actually showing on a higher time frame. So personally, this is something that I have to be more mindful in. Yeah, I should not have taken this loss because this was a no-brainer. It was an uptrend, so I had no business trying to do a downtrend just because there was a structure break on a 1 minute time frame. You guys get me? So, but yeah, so we know and we can do better next time, and that's fine, right? So right now I'm still bullish, like I said. So I do have an area of confluence here, which I'm just going to patiently wait for New York to open. Not sure if there's any rate folders today. I haven't checked Forex Factory, but please don't forget to check your news before market opens later and before you start trading. All right. Yep, so enjoy trading, trade safely, and do your top-down analysis, preferably on a naked chart, just so that you can see trends a lot more clearer. It's less noisy and less messy as well. Okay, so happy trading, and see you guys next week.